Gemma, a lot of changes are taking place at the women's team into this new season. Can you explain what they are?
Yeah, of course. I kind of feel like we're kind of heading into a new and exciting era for the women's team. It's something we've been speaking about with the management team for a while. I think it's clear that if we're a club that want to progress in Tier 3 and up to Tier 2, it's you've got to make some changes, or otherwise you're going to go backwards. So yeah, we're really excited that we're moving forward, and the big changes are obviously the increased contact time that we're going to have with the players for the upcoming season, and the kind of change of schedule.
I think the bottom line is increased contact time and the provision in and around the club to support the players from a staffing point of view. And like I say, being able to go from where we were 18 months ago, which was a couple of hours on a Tuesday, a couple of hours on a Thursday, to now having 3 solid days of training across the week. We hope it's going to bear fruit, and it's going to underpin what we hope will be a successful season for us.
That schedule is going to change from Tuesday and Thursday evenings to now 3 days a week, training more in the afternoon as well. Just tell us what type of difference that can make.
I think it's going to make a huge difference. Where we are at the moment, if you're going to keep doing what you have been doing, it's clear that you're going to stand still or go backwards now. Going from 2 evenings a week to 3 daytimes changes a lot in terms of just how much impact you can have on the team. But also it's the players. It's in the players' benefit as well, because you're not actually expecting them to hold down full-time jobs during the day and then come in and train in the evenings, training twice a week. They're then going home at 10, 11 o'clock at night, long journeys, and then having to get up the next day to do that all over again. So I think we'll have the better of the players. We'll have the more quality time with them, but obviously, hopefully they'll feel a bit fresh, and then we can obviously do some better work with them when they're here.
We'll be linking in, as you say, we'll be rubbing shoulders with people. I think the challenge has always been being off-site at times, and training of an evening. We're in during the day. We'll be linking in with the sports science and medicine department, right across the board, with Sam Coleman with the academy, we're able to benefit from those departments and their expertise, as well as recruiting this summer to build a stronger staffing group. It's all heading in the right direction. They're all really positive steps forward.
And in terms of then attracting players for the new season, how much more of a viable option is this for potential players of better quality moving more into that professional avenue?
When Sam and I were talking about the change in schedule and what that would look like, I mean, we spoke about an extra evening in the week, but again, we just don't think that's sustainable. So going to 3 daytimes, we knew there was a risk involved in terms of the current staff and the current players that we have. Some of them might not be able to make that work around their careers, but we kind of sat down, we had to think about those core players that we'd really like to keep involved if we can, and thankfully they've been able to make the new schedule work, which is fantastic, and obviously we appreciate the efforts they've gone to do that, and we're really pleased to have them still with us. And the next piece to that is recruiting to fill those gaps that we've got. I think now, training in the daytime, you can now look at players who are used to playing in the Championship, so they're already kind of tailored around that full-time environment where they're in during the day. So yeah, we're really hoping that we've given ourselves some work to do over the summer, but we're pleased with how it's going, and really excited about the kind of calibre of player that we can bring in now.
Yeah, well, whether it's this summer or moving forward, I think what we've done is we've positioned ourselves right at the top of Tier 3. And also I'd back what we do now towards some of the clubs that are at WSL 2 level. So we're saying, look, we're a serious club, we're a serious programme, it's a good opportunity for players that might have been in the full-time game. They'll still get what they need. They'll still get all of the support and the environment that they would be expecting, kind of at the next level up. But they can come and play for us and help us get to where we want to get to. It puts us, I think, in a really strong position, as I say, across Tier 3, and it's a big change. and it gives us something else to move on to now. You know, we're thinking, what does the next step look like later down the line? If it was full time, it's just that extra day on the Saturday, and you do your match day -1, and that's really all we're missing at the moment. And to be honest, from where we came from 18 months ago to where we are now, we'll absolutely take that. Yeah, we're happy with that.
There's lofty ambitions for the club. How much can this advance those ambitions at a quicker rate?
Yeah, definitely. It's very clear that if you're a team that want to compete in Tier 2, you've got to be a full-time outfit now to be able to compete. The teams that have gone up recently in recent years have showed that, and even Portsmouth, who went up last year, they've gone full-time and they struggled. They obviously brilliant achievement to stay in the league, but they even struggled going full-time. So it's a huge step towards that. I feel this change that we're making, it's a huge step towards that full-time programme, which you're going to have to do if you want to compete in the Championship.
From your point of view, to make this step forward, is it really exciting to see that the club is willing to back and is looking to try and help progress and take those next steps forward?
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, when I came here 18 months ago, we were training 2 hours on a Tuesday, 2 hours on a Thursday at Oxford City. You know, very little else, just a pitch-based session twice a week. And what brought me to the club was their ambition and their, you know, vision for taking it forward. You know, I'd always been in full-time football, so it was a little bit of a change for me to have such a limited amount of time with players throughout the week. But no, all we've done really is look at where we are, what can we improve on. Last season was an increase to 4 hours across the 2 nights. This season is, well, we're doubling down again, and we're moving into a 3-day model. Can't ask for more in terms of the support and yeah, the help and guidance we've had from the club to get it to this point. And it's my job now to make the most of it and make sure that it bears fruit, that, you know, it was the right thing to do, which could fill you full of trepidation. But no, we'll get there. We're positive about the future, and I think it's yeah, it's exciting what's happening here.
Perfect. That's great. Thanks, Sam.
Cheers.